You know how in some religions, actually many religions, they talk about the Messiah coming back. Like, I think Christians talk about Jesus coming back. Muslims talk about Mahdi coming back. Is there any truth to that?
In the same way that we were having the discussion about inner being, in other words, that's what all of that is about. Source expressing in the manifestation of that which you are. Mm-hmm. But humans take things literally. Mm-hmm. In other words, first of all, they don't include themselves in on the receiving of it. They make it someone outside of themselves. Yeah. Give all the responsibility. Imagine it as being one, when that Christ consciousness or that Buddha consciousness or that source energy consciousness, it is on and on and on and on and on, is reflected through each and every one of you, you see. Yeah. And so it's not a second coming, it's a never-ending coming.
So it's not like a physical same person coming back?
Well, the thing that's interesting about it is that here you all are being born, and every now and again someone is born, like Esther, here she is with Abraham flowing through her, and it would be easy to make her out to that, but please do not do that. In other words, you are all extensions of source energy, and source energy is flowing through all of you, and every one of those individuals who were tapping in and aligning with the energy of source so that they were able to express it in a clearer, purer way than most around. Mm-hmm. And following their experience, it was always distorted because no one can express it as it is. As we are having this experience together, we're having really meaningful co-creative experiences. You are all in on this discovery of leading edge conversation. Do you realize in the 3 hours that we've been playing together so far how much leading edge understanding has erupted as a result of our co-creation, you see? But when you go forward and try to explain it to someone who was not here, who was not part of the process of the co-creation, you will give a watered-down version of it. And when they repeat it to someone else, they will give a watered-down version of it. And by Thursday, it won't make any sense at all, you see. And so when you're talking about these religions that had their basis hundreds of years before anyone began even writing it down, where it was just almost folklore that was passed on and added to and distorted and commented on and sometimes not deliberately distorted but sometimes deliberately distorted in order to make a point that someone wanted to make. In other words, you have nothing in your historical documents from any religion whatsoever that is worth anything to any of you because it wasn't written for you, it wasn't said to you, it wasn't about you. You are living day extensions of source energy, and each and every one of you has access to living day source energy flowing through you. It's what your guidance system is. It's what your emotional guidance is. It's what we talk about all day, every day. And every one of those individuals who you want to revere as masters, and we're all right with that if you want to, is saying to you through the modern day revelation, is saying to you through your impulses and through your understanding that here you are alive now. Listen to what is coming now. And we're not saying listen to us now. We're saying listen to you now. We're saying listen to the guidance that comes forth from within you, you see. Mm-hmm. When you talk about the grappling with the issues of religion, we want to say religion is toxic in most cases because, first of all, just because almost every religion, it's a rare one that is otherwise, says every other religion is inappropriate, which right away puts them completely out of the vortex and not in touch with whatever their religion once was. Mm-hmm. And so what religion has become is groups of people, large groups of people, most out of the vortex, all trying to find their strength in numbers to pressure others to agree with them about something that they are clearly insecure about.
That's right.
In other words, if they were not insecure about it, they would leave you alone, you see. And so your issue with religion can be easily resolved as you accept that you have Spirit within you, who is aware of you, adoring you, ever available to you, ready to participate with you in the most magnificent and what some would call insignificant of ideas. In other words, never not saying when you come up with a good idea worth my time, call me. But saying each and everything that you want to contemplate, we are available to participate with you in the fullest way that you will allow for the satisfaction of your creative moment. In other words, that's spirituality worth contemplating. We are not after those religions. In other words, we're not pushing against them. We're just acknowledging that people are looking for God in all the wrong places. People are looking for love in all the wrong places. And once you get a handle on what love feels like and you lean in the direction of it, then you find yourself not pushing against those who don't understand, but wanting them to discover the deliciousness of understanding, and not trying to make your brand of understanding the one that you want them to find. In other words, we're not wanting to call them all here. We want them to find the path of least resistance for them. But what we wish for each of them is the ease of releasing their struggle. And it doesn't happen very often in religion. They just get more bombs.
We're told that Prophet Muhammad...
They can't hear you.
Okay. We're told...
They don't really want to hear you.
Okay. Should I go ahead or no?
You can, yes.
Okay.
We are told that the Prophet Muhammad...
meditated for many years before he got his inspiration.
It's usually the process.
Okay. Is it the same process like Esther?
Precisely.
Yeah. So when we were told that all the verses of punishment and hell came, does that mean that he was out of the vortex when he received that kind of inspiration?
Well, the thing that's interesting about that, and we were explaining this to you earlier, that there is nothing that you have in your current tomes or texts or Bibles or that is anything close to what was originally translated or given.
Okay.
In other words, everyone who played the game along the way... Jerry and Esther have 11 books translated, in most of them, into over 30 languages. And there's not one accurate translation of one book.
Okay.
Because there are not words that express the way we mean it in every language, because the interpreters are putting their own biases in and misunderstanding what is meant.
Okay.
And Esther, for a year or two, drove herself out of her mind with the concept of it, and then realized that it's just part of every other process. It will be what it is, and people will get from it what they get from it, and everybody should be tapping into their own source anyway.
Okay.